Straight.
Very good. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another SBGMR video. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Yes.
It's the second part of our semi-final 300-point tournament 2021.
Mm-hmm. And who is it involving, Matthew? I'm sure they're very excited to hear.
Probably. It's a Mordor by me and a Gondor by you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thought I might have been allowed to say Gondor there.
Sorry, Ross.
That's okay. That's all right. I can't. Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
Yeah.
We are over excited.
Yeah, we've got we'll show you the armies and you'll find out what the armies consist of. Though, if you have a long memory, you'll know already.
Yes, you will. We've drawn the three scenarios, and we have both vetoed one. I vetoed. What did I veto? I vetoed Storm the Camp.
And I vetoed Domination.
Yes,
which left us with
Hold Ground. So that is the scenario we'll be playing today.
Indeed.
So I suppose without any further ado, we will show you the board.
Get into it.
Show you the armies.
And get into it.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. Okay, and this is the good army for today. So over here in my first warband we have Baragon, and he is leading 5 Citadel Guard with a longbow. And the main battle line here for Gondor today is led by Hurin the Wonky. There's actually Hurin the Tall. Just a little joke for you there. And he is leading a warband of 15 warriors of Minas Tirith. 8 are wielding a mighty spear. And that is a good army for today.
This is the evil army for today. Forces of Mordor, led by Black Númenórean Marshal on an armoured horse and with a lance, though depicted with a sword for differentiation purposes. He leads 2 Morgul Knights and 8 Black Númenóreans.
No, they're glittering horde.
Yes, and he's accompanied by an Orc captain armed with a shield. And he leads with him 8 Orc warriors, 4 with shield and hand weapon and 4 with a spear. Welcome, guys, to the end of turn 1, movement and shooting. We take the liberty of rolling. It's been Maelstrom of Battle, and I, as the evil player, won the roll-off for priority. And then I proceeded to bring warbands on in this corner. Ross got to decide my Orcish warband for me, and he picked the corner behind this wood. Very, very clever from Ross. And I then could choose my edge, north or south, and I chose to bring on the rest here for a solid march.
Yeah, that's a good decision. Very good decision indeed.
Thanks, Ross.
That's okay. And then obviously I got to go. So I started off with Hurin's warband here. And I was very lucky with my role. I got to choose where I wanted him, both my warbands to come on, in fact. So I brought Hurin over here on the left, so we can make a slow march towards the centre. Worth noting that none of my heroes can utilise a heroic march. So Matthew does have the upper hand there, even though he does have the wood in front of him. And I bought on Baragon's warband at the back here, so hopefully Matthew's approach can be covered with some extreme bow fire.
Indeed. We have a treat for you today.
We do. You can tell it's been Christmas.
Yes, because here we have a rolling tray.
Yes. No more me trying to track dice across the board, which is exciting.
So this is priority, isn't it, Ross?
It is priority, mate.
5.
5. And a 6. An Icon 6 there for Rossitron. Therefore, priority will go to Gondor. Hello, welcome back. This is how the board now looks after that turn of moving and no shooting. And the reason there was no shooting is A, I wasn't in range, and B, these guys moved up their full 6 inches in anticipation that Mordor will be marching up towards the objective. And Hurin's warband just made a slow 6-inch movement towards the centre. Matthew, you did something slightly more exciting than that. Please tell what you got up to.
Well, my Orc captain called a heroic march.
Where is he in there? He's in the front there, isn't he?
This chap here.
Very good.
I mean, he has led his rabble as well as the marshal's rabble. Although they're a little bit more refined and professional, I feel. Yes. 9 inches forward, lining themselves up for a nice second march next turn if I need to.
Perfect. So I think without any further ado, it's back to the dice pot. A 3. A 3 also. It is a draw, as per the rules of the game. I had priority last time. Therefore, the pendulum that is priority will swing in favour of the evil forces.
Welcome back to the movement shooting phase. The Orc captain once again called a heroic march, and we moved swiftly towards the objective, keeping our most valuable assets, the Knights of Morgul, behind to avoid being shot at by Ross's archers.
Indeed, but you had nothing to fear because they stayed still, and we shot at the front rank here of Orcuses. Scored a couple of hits, didn't get enough to make any kills, and for the second round of shooting, nothing made contact. Anyway, and the main infantry line slowly moved up once more. So we're nearly at the centre objective. Combat is inevitable. How very exciting.
Indeed. So we'll move on to priority.
Yes, please. Bring back the pot. I shall claim my dice.
1.
It's a 1. Either way, the pendulum of priority will swing once more in favour of the men of Gondor. Hello, welcome back. This the board looks after that turn of moving and shooting. I mean, it was just a regular turn of moving and shooting, wasn't it, Matthew?
Yeah, no specials called this time, Rostron.
Nope. Nope, not at all.
You've lined your infantry up along the edge there, carefully keeping yourself out of charge range of the Knights of Morgul.
Yeah, that was important. And I think, was I outside charge range of your orcs anyway, wasn't I?
Yeah, I couldn't reach you. So we've come as far as time and space would allow us.
Yeah. And Baragon and his company did loose off some arrows into the side here, into the flanks. But once again, we had a smattering of hits, but caused no deaths. So without further ado, I suppose we go into the next turn priority. Thank you. Quite a crucial one here.
I'd say so.
Battle lines are about to clash.
It's a 4.
It's a 4, and do you know what? That's none too shabby, is it?
No.
It's not, however, as good as a 5. Therefore, the pendulum priority favours Gondor.
Welcome back to the end of that movement and shooting phase. As you can see, the mess of the board here. The battle lines have clashed. We've got what have we got here, Ross? You formed up and attacked, and you've been surrounded. We've got 2-on-2s over here, a lot of trappages.
It was quite tricksy, obviously trying to maintain the line over the difficult terrain here.
It was.
Hurin was left at the back here because obviously the threat originally was from Matt's three Morgul knights, including the marshal. And I didn't want to come into the side here and then get countercharged by 2 Morgul knights and a marshal. So I ended up blundering with him a little bit, and he sort of just stayed at the back. And now he's sort of found himself not really doing anything, whilst his left flank may sort of get rolled up.
A mistake you might call it, but then Ross, you had a stroke of excellent fortune, didn't you, over here?
Yes. Well, these the chaps have done not much in shooting so far. Actually, come up trumps, didn't they?
Yeah.
You moved a small sort of contingent up here. With two dismounted. I forget what they call them.
They're called Black Numenorians.
Black Numenorians, they're the ones. And then they were shot. They were shot
And killed.
It
was a frustrating moment because I thought perhaps the thick, heavy armour of them will make a 6 to wound. Very unlikely. However, Ross pulled out of the bag. And I've lost two good infantrymen, but it was all to allow and make space for the Morguls and the Marshal to get in their charges here.
Luck did smile upon me.
So for a heavy hit.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully your plan is to sort of do more damage than I did to you with your Numenorian, your Knights and Marshal, I suppose.
That's right, mate.
So I suppose I guess we'll go into the combat phase.
We will.
And we'll come back to you as always for the captain fight. However, I would imagine Matthew is going to call a heroic combat here.
I am tempted.
Okay, well, we'll have some conflict off camera, and we'll come back to you as and when it happens.
So I've called a heroic combat with the Marshal here, and due to the nature of this particular setup, Ross has declared, being the priority holder, that the Marshals will be fighting both the Spearman and the Swordsman there.
Yeah.
So I have 3 dice for charging, and Ross, are you shielding? Or
yeah, I think I'm going to shield in this instance. Am I take his horse if I was to win? And you know how much I love dismounting your Marshal. Yeah, I'll fight it. I know it's silly, but I'm gonna
be using black dice, by the way.
Oh, okay. We're rolling at the same time, are we? We're rolling concurrently.
Yeah.
How exciting!
A 5 from me. Double ones.
Double ones. God, and if I had a shielded, it made no difference anyway.
So I've got 6 strikes in total, but I'll roll them in sets of 2, Ross.
Please do.
Should be done.
As should be done.
Now first I'll go for Spearman, needing only 4 here because he's on the deck. I would need a 5. Because I'm strength 4.
Yes, that's true, but he wouldn't benefit from the shield wall on the floor.
No, so 4 pluses. Oh, and failed that one. Yes. And the last one. I got a 3 on one of those rolls, which I might have to might. So I'm going to use. I had a 3, so I'll use a might on that 3 to kill the second man.
Even though it was for the first man.
Oh no, you're right. It was. No, I can't. I don't get to do it. He's
I meant to allow it in interest of.
No. It's important that we follow the rules. Profusely. So he's on the deck. This guy. I'm just going to lay him down.
Would you? You could probably find a praying counter for him.
Oh, if you got one, brilliant. Though in this environment, it's almost pointless.
It's almost pointless. Oh god, yeah. We'll just leave him there. Okay. Well, he doesn't get to move on.
No,
but he has enacted some bloody revenge for one of his fallen comrades earlier on.
Yeah. How frustrating.
Well,
oh wow. Well, you know what?
We'll continue. We'll come back to you for. I think there's only one more captain fight left, which is the Orc captain in there. But when we get to that, we will obviously show you.
So we've done all the fights bar the Orc captain. It's been quite an upturn for the forces of evil.
Yeah, I think you won every combat and killed in every combat you won. So I've lost.
You did kill a single Orc here.
Oh yes, that's true actually. But I think I lost 4 there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did lose 4. Yeah, it's 4-1 at the moment. Shame that Marshall couldn't do it because I was. Anyway. We'll get over that hump. It's the Orc captain with a spear support fighting against a swordsman and a spearman.
Yes.
So my captain will be black. It's a 4.
And let's get in there.
3.
Obviously.
The captain takes it. You'll be retreating out of them.
If I can, mate. Some of those have made.
He might have to.
Some of those have made way before.
This guy hasn't because he was in the victorious fight, so he can actually come out there, and you won't have to retreat you won't have to retreat his spear support, and in doing so you actually probably maintain shield wall.
Oh, fantastic.
So I would have need 5s, but now I need 6s because he's now technically defense 7.
Yes.
So he's 6s with all.
There it is. Again, every combat. Literally every combat.
Yeah, that was mad. I've never seen so many 6s rolled.
I have. Just watch any of our other videos.
Well, that leads us into the priority phase, doesn't it, Ross?
It does. It does. If you could
dice.
give me a dice, thank you.
A
1.
A 1.
So I'm gonna do it. So avoid rolling a 1, Ross.
Oh.
On cue. Brilliant. So priority will go to the forces of evil. Hello and welcome back. This is how the board now looks after that movement. There was no shooting. Interestingly, as you saw, I only rolled a 1, therefore priority passed over to Matthew. However, I chose to call 2 heroic moves.
You did?
One with Hurin.
Yes.
And one with Baragon to only point. The reason for Baragon is these guys are obviously bodyguarded. Therefore, I didn't need any courage tests to charge terrifying creatures, so I could tie up Matthew's marshal, more importantly, and the Morgul Knight. Really struggling with these guys today.
Yes.
Over here, and then over here I could get Hurin to charge in. Almost didn't. Had to use point of will, didn't I, to pass my courage test to charge those 2 over there.
That's right.
And then I managed to charge everywhere out of good courage tests to stop him being pillaged and surrounded.
Indeed.
Matthew, what did you get up to?
Well, firstly, let me compliment your reorganisation of the line, Ross.
Thank you so much.
Last turn I looked as though I could be spilling around, but this turn I actually, with her in there and whatnot, you actually formed up quite nicely. So I just attempted to engage in fights where I could hopefully double on the dice. So, for instance, over there towards Baragon, 4-on-1, as it was able to do. I've chucked a Numenorean into the fight with a Morgul who wasn't able to charge. And I just chucked a couple of spear supports in like there, for instance. But
yeah, get those numbers of dice up there.
yeah. So, well, that leads us into the captain. Sorry. It leads us into the combat phase.
It does lead us into the combat phase, and as always, we will come back to you with the captain fights. Hello, welcome back. Straight away, I decided I'm going to call a heroic combat with Hurin here. Need to try and even these numbers out slightly more, and hopefully, if I kill those 2, I can move on into the next 2. So Hurin has a master crafted 2-handed weapon. So we'll be using it 2-handed. I won't be saying I'm using it 2-handed because I will always be using it as such because it's mastercrafted. I don't suffer the -1 penalty. So we'll go into it, Matthew. I think I get 3 attacks here on the charge, don't I?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit shield.
Interesting.
Unlike you, who risked it
for a biscuit.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually shield.
Okay.
I got 4.
Oh, you're using black dice again, aren't you?
Yeah.
I can't use. God, so annoying. Oh, nice close up of Matthew's hand there.
Only a 4.
Only a 4.
But luckily for
Luckily.
You've got 5, 5, 5, 5, 5,
5. Yes.
Get that out for really
So,
double strikes.
I will double my strikes, thank you. So the first chap gets him.
Does he? What did you roll?
6 and a 1. Can you not see from there?
No, I couldn't see that.
I do.
6.
Got 6, so I got the last 4 to pop on the other chap. We get a 6 and a 5, which is enough to vanquish him.
Once again, I can't see.
Once
them.
if Matthew feels I'm diddling him, the camera angle would tell a different story. And then if you could just crash it, he's already taken his courage test this turn, so if you could just crash him into those two, it's a beautiful thing. Thank you very much. And I think, well, I'll tell you what, let's keep the camera rolling, and we'll continue on there.
I'll tell you what, I've got priority over here.
Oh, have you?
I'll decide the order in which these combats are fought.
Oh, I do apologise. Of
And
course you have
I
priority.
would like to actually,
Continue down the line.
well, I want him to be involved in this fight, not in the Hurin fight, because it's my priority. So
Interesting. Okay, so
we can do the Hurin fight, but only against one.
Okay.
So this time I am going to fight you
Okay.
because I've been
Why not?
before. I'm due a 6.
You're not.
2.
You've used all your 6s.
I've got a 2.
Okay.
5.
5.
So you get 6 strikes against one chap.
The
Four's
4 will do
not,
it because
isn't
it's two-handed, yeah.
Well, now look, you've 6 losses each. I was enjoying for a moment my Mordor special rule of rerolling ones for wounding, but I've now lost
Only a very
that.
brief moment. Oh, you need to separate those two out, mate, then. Wonderful, thank you. So we will carry on down the line, and we will come back to you at the relevant captain fights.
Welcome back, guys, to the end of that combat phase. We fought the good fight, and I think all that we saw was one Citadel guard with bow died.
Yeah, that was a one down there with a 4.
Yeah,
And
now,
your horse was slain here, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. The horse was cut out from under the Morgul. So we've got the Marshal against 2 Citadel Guard of Bow and the Orc Captain with a spear support against the Minister of Warrior with a spear support. So let's start with the Orc Captain.
Orc captain.
5.
A 4. Oh, I can't see under there.
Goes to the Orcs.
There it is.
So I need... Let's retreat them away.
Let's see what's going on over here. There's models flying everywhere.
Well, you can... Look, I'll do you a favour and let you know that you can retreat into a shield wall.
Oh, that's good. You mean you play by the rules.
Put them back on here.
What a sporting moment.
Oh, I'm just going to put them there.
Yeah.
So I need 6s with the black and 6s by 4 with the red. None. Nada. Zippity doodah.
Nothing.
And it's the Marshal against the 2 Citadel Guard of Bow.
Oh yeah, that's exciting.
I've got 5 with my Marshal.
Not too bad.
I've got 5.
5.
Take it on fight value.
You do.
I need 5 on each, so 1 on each. Get 6 and
Yeah,
a 2,
one.
so
Well
1
done.
is slain. Imagine you'll kill that one. Or do you want the other one to die?
Doesn't really matter to be fair, I don't think.
Okay, so that's the end of the combat. So it is priority.
It is priority.
And as you can see, I think Ross, you came slightly worse off in that competition.
Probably.
You've lost 8, I've lost 6. We're now on even numbers over here.
Thank you. Okay.
14 each.
How exciting.
Priority. 3.
A 3. And a 1. Priority goes, or rather remains, with the evil force.
So, welcome back, guys. Ross once again called a heroic move of Hurin.
Yeah, I just needed to get his charge in, really. Otherwise, he would have just been charged and down to 2 attacks, which he's not brilliant with. So, yeah, courage test passed this time, though, perfectly. So he came swinging into the back here, which is exciting news.
Yeah. Outside of that, you just try to keep them within 6 inches of both the ring and Hurin.
Yeah.
And then it was left to me. You mentioned neutralise a Morgul charge, didn't you?
Yeah.
And now,
whichever one that was. Oh, this one over here, wasn't it?
yeah, we've got the Marshal who's charged into the Citadel Guard of Bow and then the
prone
Ministry
chap.
of Warrior.
Not ideal.
No, and Baragon's been tied up by a Spearman.
Yeah, you did a very good job of tying up over here.
Yeah, swinging things around places, and we'll see what the combat phase brings, which is next.
Indeed it is. Matthew, it is your choices to combat. So, as always, we will come back to you for the captain fights.
So I've decided to call a heroic combat with the Marshal. Let's hope he can do better than last time.
Yeah.
It's the same assailant, actually, that he failed to kill last time. Let's see if we can be able to haunt
It
him.
is. I mean, I would, in an ideal world here, like to shield, but because both my models don't have a shield, it means I cannot.
No.
Thus, I have no choice but to fight it. So,
Come on, the big 6. It's a 5.
5. Oh, it's only a 5 from me.
That's fortunate for me.
Oh no, look, it was a 6.
Oh, what? So they do go tumbling to the floor if they aren't already there. And I will strike at the Citadel Guard first, needing only a 4.
4, yes.
Double 2s, here we go.
Here we go.
I'll get them out of there.
Here we go. Come on, boys.
Didn't. All 3s. You've got a single one.
You haven't got any might either, have you?
No, it's all over.
That is outrageous. They just
6
look,
dice. And
I mean,
3
look how good
dice.
that is, though. Did you change those once?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because I don't think you rolled double 1, double 2, double 3, but
not doubles all the time. No, but that's very disappointing. I think it's fair to say it's disappointing. You expect probability-wise, I should have got.
Oh, you should have destroyed him, and he's normally very, very good for you. But this game, he's just not bought it. Not bought the pain,
I have to
man.
get another pro marker out for this. I've got a bow, and I didn't even get to attempt to lay blows upon the prone guy.
You didn't get to blow the prone guy.
You need to blow him. Oh no!
Oh, it's all going horribly wrong. You can tell we've not played in a long time.
Oh dear.
Where is it? There it is. There's a prone.
I'm gonna set it all back up. Just knocks everything off.
Okay, well that was a bit of a break for me there. I'm chuffed with that.
As it's my priority, mate, and you've got the camera in your hand, you're wielding it. Let's go to Baragon and the Spearman.
No, this one here.
Yeah.
I only have a one attack with Baragon, don't I?
It's a 6 to beat. There's the 6 I wanted. Jeez Louise.
Not matched with a 3 though, so
he's defense 6, isn't he? So I need a 6.
I think so, mate. Yeah.
It's a 3.
None doing.
Yeah. And nextly, it's the Orca Captain with a spear support against your Spearman and Spearman.
Spearman, yes.
So we need another colour dice here.
3 highest.
Yeah, 3, yeah.
Let's see what we can do here.
6.
Oh, 6. There we go. We were in that, weren't we? That's
defense 6. You need a 6 here, mate.
another 6. Okay, I'll see what I can rustle up for you. No, I can add them together to get a 6, but unfortunately we're not allowed to do that. Thus, a 5 and a 1 was achieved.
Indeed. And lastly, Hurin.
You want to go to Hurin now? Yeah.
And he's fighting 2 blokes, isn't he? So
Okay.
we're gonna go for it here. We're gonna go for it. It's your leader after all.
Yeah.
It's a 4. 6.
6. That's good. That's good news. Let's see what we can do here. Let's just get some more dice.
What would you like to strike first, the Orc or the Numenorian?
Numenorian.
So it's a 4+ for him. No.
Oh no, here we go.
Come on, you deserve a
Get a touch of the Matthew.
trifle.
That's it, good. That's a
What is
5
that?
in there. Then we've got another 2 to try and vanquish the Orc. The 5!
Yeah, you've killed him. Well done, mate.
Go on, Hurin.
So we'll go along the line and kill, do the rest of the combats with irregular soldiers, and then we'll come back to you at the end and report.
Yes, we will.
Okay, we've just done the rest of the combat phases. I think
I don't really know.
I can't. Oh, you lost one guy, and I think that was it.
I think, yeah. I mean, I won some of the combats, but it wasn't enough to slay them, was it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we're both 2 off breaking.
Yeah. Neither of us got any might either, have we?
No,
we're all out.
So we are at the mercy of the gods,
Oh goodness.
and it's priority.
I feel like I've already had my
3.
God smile today.
2.
Yeah, see, there we go. So priority will remain with the evil force.
Welcome, guys. We've just moved. There was no shooting. What did we see? We saw the Orc Captain clamber over the marble pillar and charge Hurin. And then we saw the evil force take advantage of the priority, and we engaged
very much so.
2 in base with a support here. We've got 2 in there. We've got he's charged into 2. We've
Did a very good job
swung
tying
round the bum.
everybody up. Yeah. What was the force of that, mate? Why have you come round? Because I pointed out you could probably trap them, but you opted to.
I wanted to push them an inch away. Should I win?
Yeah.
It's a very important ring objective.
Absolutely.
The marshal's gone in against the same 2 as last time and try and have his, get his just desserts.
Get his wily way.
And this Morgul's managed to charge into that guy there.
It was the only one he could get to, wasn't it? The line was
Yeah,
held
that's right.
in a way.
Baragon's been kept at bay by the spearman over there. So we'll get into the combats, and we'll come back at you with the captain fights.
Yeah, we will, and there will be no heroics this turn or for the rest of the game, as we have expended all our might points available.
Okay, so we've just done the regular fights for you there. We both lost a man each. I lost an orc that was involved with the Citadel Guard with a bow here.
Yeah.
And Ross lost a chap down here, a
Yeah, it's a bit of
Spearman.
support, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that leads us into the captain fights. We'll start with Baragon against the Spearman over there by you, Ross.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm rolling a 1.
A 1.
So you win.
You have me just to strike?
Yes, you need a 5. Actually,
Ooh.
you don't. You need a 4 because you're strength 4, aren't you? He hasn't
Yes.
got a shield.
Oh,
you
yeah,
need a 4.
perfect.
So I'm broken.
I am 1 off, just to point out.
Yes, let's move on to the Marshal, who's going to have another crack at these two that are on the floor.
Let's see what I can get here.
4 to beat.
4.
I've got 4, so I win.
Luckily.
Fight value. We go 2 by 2 again. I'm going to put the reds on the Citadel Guard, the black on the regular warrior, and I need 4 pluses.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both dead.
Both die.
And I have 2 left over, finally, but I can't use them. So you're broken, I'm broken.
I'm more broken.
We are going to do Hurin and the Orc Captain now.
I only have 2 attacks this time with Hurin.
We do. What defense is he? A 6?
I think he is a 6.
Go now. I could go up to a... No, it wouldn't
It
matter.
wouldn't make a difference if you're with a
I was thinking
pierce.
I was thinking it was a piercing striking, but
Yeah.
it's been nullified.
It's not worth
so-
it. Plus you'll go down potentially D3.
Yeah, so no, we just
Good
fight
defense.
ordinarily here. A 6 from me.
Obviously. Oh, it's only a 5 for Hurin.
Doesn't get any rerolls or anything like that. It's not Lord of the West.
No, he's not, unfortunately.
So I will be striking at the leader, needing 5 plus here, hoping to cause a wound to get a very precious victory point. It's a 5.
No, it's a
So you
5.
do have a fate roll there, Ross.
I do have the single fate. I need to pass this. And we do. It's a 4.
Oh, anyway, we'll back him away.
Yes, please back me away.
That does lead us to the end of the turn. So we have to go into priority now.
Yeah.
And
A 4.
it's a 5 from me.
So priority will remain once again with the evil force, starting with courage tests.
Welcome back, guys, to the end of that movement and shooting. Not that there was any shooting. Courage tests were taken. The Marshal passed the flying colours, kept the entire force in by the Orc Captain, but then he went on to pass his courage test anyway.
Yes, you needed a will though to stay, didn't you?
He did. We stacked up on Hurin over here. If we win, he'll be backed an inch away, and if the game was to suddenly end at the end of this turn, that would be 1 less model for us to include in the count. And Ross, you actually had a courage test to take with a single Minister of Warrior, didn't you?
Yeah, I really needed him to stay around, to be fair. He didn't. And the reason I wanted to stay around is because I could have either pulled off the Orc Captain or maybe taken a second courage test, chance my arm and try and take off the Numenorian. But alas, it was not to be. You pretty much charged everybody else of mine. Baragon didn't need to take one because he is, in fact, bodyguard. But yeah, that was that. I feel like there's slipping away here. I don't have a lot of men left. And I fear that Matthew is going to grab this and romp home to victory.
We shall see. If this goes well, that might be the case. If it does not go well, then it won't be the case. So let's get into the combats. We'll come back at you with the captain fight. Welcome back. Ross lost a man.
I did.
Lost another combat.
I did.
And then I lost a combat.
Yeah.
So that leads us into captain fight. So we're going to start with Baragon and his little friend.
Baragon will be in blue.
Okay, the Morganite did charge. So he'll have 2 dice here. And he rolls a 5 high.
I mean, 4 high. Oh,
Just
good
50 to me.
lord.
I'll pop the red dice onto Baragon and the black dice onto the Citadel Guard. And I need 5 pluses here.
Yeah.
Actually, I lied.
4 for...
4 with him.
Yeah.
Red dice is Baragon, so 5s on red, blacks need 4s.
Yes.
I've got 1 on each. You've got a fate with Baragon, should you need it.
I have. I will need it.
It fails.
Doesn't
So they're
pass.
both
So
dead.
they're both dead.
What a turn for the Morgul Knight.
Well, this is it, isn't it? That's it. I've never seen such glorious... Give me my dice back.
Oh, sorry.
And the other one.
Did you have 2?
Yes.
No, they're both mine.
No, they're not. I had 2. I had 2 dice.
No, I had
You've
6,
stolen.
I had 6 black ones here.
Unbelievable. Whatever. We'll sort it out at the end. Every time. Every time. Okay, where are we going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
We'll do the Marshal
Do the
against your
Marshal.
2 people.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Double ones.
Okay,
Sums that
so-
up, doesn't it?
Right, so I'll put reds on 1, blacks on the other, needing 5s. Right? 4s. No, 4s.
4s.
One's
One.
dead, and then the final roll I have, needing 4s on that. Yes. God, what turn this has turned out to be. If this was down to 25%, and this would
That
probably
would be
over.
it. Yeah, it would be.
And lastly, mate, we've got Hurin, son of Thrall. No, it's wrong, isn't it? I've got
two dice
captain
in there.
and 2 chaps.
I don't know. Oh,
Captain's in
double
red.
2. That's it.
6.
You watch
We of
Hurin's.
course go for Hurin.
Well, if Hurin dies here, that's more VPs. He's used his fate point.
Yeah, so he's defense 6, isn't he?
Yep.
So I need 6s with the blacks, 5s with the reds. Got a 5 with the reds, so he's taken a wound.
He's taken a wound. Wow, this is a monumental victory. This is huge, massive.
And he also gets pushed outside of the 6 inches.
Wait, I don't think that's relevant, mate. If I'm being honest.
On a 1 or 2 it ends.
Oh God, we may still continue. Yes, of course.
It's a 5. We carry on. So we move.
How
into
wonderful!
priority.
Yes, priority.
2.
A 2.
So it goes to you.
Goes to me. Oh, fantastic! Exactly what I wanted. So as always, we'll do the movement and shooting, and then we'll come back to you. Hello, welcome back. So the board looks after that movement. There was no shooting. As you saw, I won priority, and I passed courage test with Hurin. Then I passed another one for terror and charged a marshal to avoid Matthew being able to auto pass with the marshal. And then these 2 chaps here, kept in by Hurin, charged Matthew's captain over there to stop him from using his courage test as well.
Very impressive.
But it wasn't too bad for you anyway. You lost 2 orcs, didn't you? Which wasn't too bad. These 2 chaps down here, I think it was.
Yeah, so I had my +1 courage for outnumbering Ross. So my Numenor is actually a courage 5.
Yes.
Which is really handy. So we passed all but 2 with the orcs, as said. Still outnumber Ross, and we have been timing this game. The timer does state we've got 2 minutes left, so
this likely will be
the last turn. So Ross needs to hit hard, hopefully, and reduce my numbers down. Maybe wound my marshal
not
or
gonna
kill
happen,
him,
but-
perhaps.
well, yeah.
So we'll do the regular fights and we'll finish on the captain fights.
That we will.
Right, so we've just fought 2 regular fights and Ross lost and was killed twice.
Yep.
So we've got the Orc captain and Numenor in against the Spearman now.
Yep.
Captain's in red. It's 5
It's
from
a
me.
5. It's a 4 from me.
So we do need 5s with red and 6s with black to kill him. We get 6
again.
with black there.
Table there,
So you're reduced to just a Hurin.
which
Right, then.
potentially is also about to leave the field of play.
So we've got a marshal and a spear against Hurin here.
Yes. Now I did charge, but obviously I charged a cav model.
It's a 5.
A
From the
5.
Spearman.
I get a 6
Oh,
of Hurin.
glorious! So the Spearman backs away. He will be knocked prone. So you can take one of his 2 strikes against him if you like to double it, or you can direct both onto the marshal and have only 2 strikes.
Well, at this point, it doesn't really make any difference. The only way I can score victory points, I suppose, is by wounding your leader. So I will put both of them onto the marshal.
So I'm defense 7.
Yes.
You are strength 4, so you'd require a 6, but you're going to hand and see me to 5.
5. And we don't get it.
No, that's a pity.
Well, yeah. There we go.
So we will roll 1 or 2 to see if the game suddenly
My
ends. My phone's alerting me that the game has actually ended just
Fantastic.
then. So we will finish with that turn.
We'll, and that's it. Well, that'll be the end of the game, won't it? Finish the turn there,
We'll
end of the
tot up
game.
the score and,
Yeah, we'll do some number crunching, see who's got more models within 6 inches of the objective there. It'll could take a while. So whilst we do that, I invite you to go and get a cup of tea, and we'll be back with you with the post-battle.
battle report. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to the post-battle battle report with your SBDL host Matt and Ross.
Yes. You've just witnessed. What was the semi-final?
It was the second semi-final.
Second semi-final. Yes.
Yes. Between
Yes.
Gondor and Mordor.
Lives long on the memory, clearly. Indeed.
Hold ground it was, wasn't it?
Hold ground. Yes. Gondor held no ground.
No, they were quite frankly pumped.
They were pumped. Pumped is an excellent term. Yeah, pumped by Mordor.
Yeah, they were. We totted, didn't we? And titillated.
We did, and as I said on camera, it did take a while. But once we've managed to count all the Gondor models and
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
there was loads.
Do a couple of recounts, didn't you?
Yeah. Such a bad loss. It was obviously a loss for Gondor. Matthew, do you want to tell them the scores?
Yeah, it was actually a 9-1 victory for Mordor.
It was. It was a victory. It was a very good victory, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, in terms of tactically, there wasn't a great deal more you could have done. I think you did what was needed.
I got to the objective first. I formed up in shield wall.
You had your Citadel Guard were on their way.
Yeah, I just don't think the dice went for me. To be honest.
No, it wasn't one of your lucky days, was
No,
it?
I mean, and you even had all that success with the terrible rolls for the marshal as well.
I
I mean, if you
know.
think if your marshal had killed and moved on, well, the game would have been over a long time ago. We wouldn't have made it to sort of half an hour, would we? Or...
No, that's quite right. Yeah, it was quite an enjoyable match. It was a
Yeah, it was very good. It was some good moments.
indeed it was very fun.
Yeah. Tell you what, you did surprise me. Your orc captain, mate. I thought he was very good.
Yeah,
He held that centre very well.
Yeah,
Then he decided he'd clamber over and go and pump her in.
yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
God,
And,
it's a wild one.
and indeed he did pump him.
Yeah.
He caused a wound.
He did, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I obviously we wrote these lists at the beginning of the tournament and continue to use them
Throughout, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
designed for all manner of scenario. And
Yeah.
in this instance, it was excellent use just to march twice, really, because we measured from where I was deployed at the start. I had 28 inches to go to get to the centre, whereas you only had 18.
I did, yeah. I was a lot closer.
So it was very important that I used the marches, and the captain was there for that, to allow the marshal to swing himself around. Not that it paid off in the end.
No, but I mean, he's still a huge presence, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was the best model on the board, I would suggest, would he?
Maybe, yeah.
His lance is all that makes all the difference. Mind you, Huron's got the Mastercraft of two-handed, isn't he? So actually, I thought Huron was alright. He killed in his combats, and
yeah,
that was that. You did very well in forcing me on his second one, because I wanted to swing into the 2, didn't I?
you did.
Because obviously you had the priorities, so you had to split it down to the 1.
I did.
But
Yeah. Yeah, so we've inputted the information into our spreadsheet.
into the supercomputer.
Yes, that's right, and it is crunched and told us that actually, due to the other semi-final being a 2-2 draw, Mordor winning 9-1 will be the team to go into the final,
Yes.
and it will face the Rivendell force that was in the 2-2 draw.
The mighty Gil-galad's force, yes.
Yes, because obviously Rivendell has a victory point difference of 0, whereas
Mhm.
Gondor has a victory point difference of -8, so Rivendell will advance. So it is, the Gil-galad Kingsguard force versus the Mordor force.
And to be fair, I mean, they were sort of coveted from the very start, Gil-galad and the mighty elves.
Yeah, so,
we thought they'd do well, and we've been proved correct.
we have. For
Um,
those that think, is it worth taking a mighty hero at such a low point level? Is it better to flesh out with lots of men? Well, if Gil-galad does go on to win this, with only 12 models in this entire army,
yeah,
at 300 points, perhaps,
will answer the question, won't it?
well, the case will be made, won't it?
It will be. Rested, in fact. The case will be rested.
Indeed.
But anyway, that will be our next instalment. I suppose, mate, unless you've got anything else to add for this one.
No, all good from me.
We'll have to sort of extend my hand to you in hearty handshake, and I appreciate it's a bit weird on the sofa, isn't it? Because it's there we go.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. Congratulations.
Commiserations.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Happy
yes.
hunting.